defend against the tower. And oh, lo and behold, we already have a heavy right here. That's going to be a very interesting pick going into this. Of course, that is a Team Purple, who's going to be Sesquid, or Sesquid, or the Sesquidalian.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go.
I also want to mention though as well, like we also have a Kensa Dynamo Roller wielding the Booyah Bomb. Now I actually just want to mention that too, because Booyah Bomb can actually be really helpful with, I guess, clearing the platform area. Unfortunately right now, I mean, we have the Dynamo Roller using it as a line of defense, but it actually works out into their favor. Unfortunately missing the jump, but, you know, still works out.
Yeah, you know, I think it actually still did exactly what you thought it would do, in the fact that, like, if it was not able to clear out the plat, of course, he was able to wipe out one of the members of the opposing team as he was climbing up towards that goal post. Nico Loco right now actually looking really good with that inkjet, trying to see if he can get a second one. Does get the second kill as he is able to trade, but of course, Buff right now just sitting with the Dynamo, just kind of waiting for the rest of his team. I think he's going to be building up his Booyah Ball. Managed to get that 96 Gecko off the tower, but still, that's it's still, you know, the push to 66 is still pretty early on right here. So who knows?
Gets the kill with the Booyah Bomb right there. That was really fortunate in their favor right now. Actually picking up a couple of assists right now. Now it does seem that Squidalian now have control of the tower, but right away, Mind just is completely stopping that, getting a nice double there, and seems like he's going to be securing and pushing up to the top left over there.
Yeah, Mind looking in perfect position right now, setting up on the second goal right here. Just needs the help of one of his teammates to be able to push the tower. Looking a little bit of trouble, gets taken out by that Splatling, and of course here comes the Stingray, being able to actually push off anyone who goes on the tower right there. Thus, it's going to be an early push. Ended right there for Sesquidalians right there. So they managed to get it to 64. TNT just narrowly managing to like dodge back and forth between that inkjet volley right there. And of course just setting up, trying to make sure they get a little bit on the extra defensive as we get back into the neutral.
It was really good evasive action right there, and also got the call out from his teammate to make sure that he take out Nico over there. Now it seems like we got the Squidalians taking control of middle right now. They don't have the lead just yet. Notice there's a baller coming behind them, just saying, "Whoa, what is this guy doing over here?" Seems like it's a even match right now. Actually, not an even match right now. It seems like the level 35 bosses actually take out the rest of the players. It's only TNT with the Stingray over there trying to maybe stop the tower. Possibly might have wanted to jump out at this situation just to be able to make sure that he's safe. Fortunately gets taken out there, but on board with Sebastian. With the Hydra Splatling just getting a little bit more ink onto the floor right now, just playing a backline role, staying back behind his teammate, playing somewhat more of the anchor role, just to make sure that his teammates are safe. As you can see, he's just placing some ink down for his teammates so that they can proceed on pushing the objective.
Yeah, so Squidalians right now playing a really impressive defensive game, but they actually need to be able to push in order to make a little bit of a to get some ground here, really, for the rest of their team. Of course, TNT blows up right now, just kind of like moving around, shifting sides, trying to see what he can actually do to actually push up the tower. Heavy Splatling in tow right there, doesn't take out Sebastian, but of course, the Hydra does get taken out in the process. Two members are still up right now for level 35 bosses, trying to just work a little bit of their defense right here. Of course, Carranza trying to spot out that one player right there, pushes back into mid, and of course, there's just all the, yeah, this is exactly what I was just talking about. This Sesquidalians just playing a very impressive game, constantly guarding the plat and the left side of the map, just making sure that the tower is not being pushed any further to 64 points.
Oh, so we got Snek here, possibly going to get the triple kill. No, 96 does not have the splashdown, and Snek getting the triple kill when it really most. He's going to go ahead and sit on the tower right now, just to get a couple more points. I believe he's actually playing, yeah, he's playing the splash. Neo has the suction bomb, gonna help. This is basically going to help them get towards the plat, just to give them a little bit of ground before going onto it. But Carranza, using the 96, using the range of the 96 to make sure that he can take him out from a safe distance. Now, it does seem that the level 35 bosses have an opportunity here. They just need to make sure that they can get some sort of control. The armor is out, and if they can just get the picks right here, they may be able to take the lead off this.
Taken out by Carranza right here, looking really good sitting on the tower. Baller gets taken out, but unfortunately just gets pushed right off the tower prematurely right there. Two members
being the last one.
Oh, yeah, he's actually trying to look at the tower. And, of course, they lose the lead as they go into that. And that's going to be game 1 going in for level 35 bosses. Actually, that was a pretty impressive push towards the end. I didn't think they were actually going to do that because TNT was just set up really nicely there with that heavy splatling.
Yeah, it seems like the rest of the players from Sesquidalian were taken out by the armor from level 35 bosses. It really did help them to actually secure and push up and make sure that the other players were taken down before they could actually get to the heavy. So that really did help them, and it only made TNT just being... he couldn't really do anything because he wasn't actually close to the Stingray either, so it was really unfortunate for them, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, and speaking of Stingrays, Port Mackerel Rainmaker.
Oh, yeah. The Stingray Heaven map.
So, in my mind, I'm not sure. Maybe they could change up their little dynamic. I would assume that, like, maybe they might want to change it up a little bit, considering that Sesquidalian did seem to have a bit of a strong mid-game towards that in the first game right there. But I think they're going to probably stick with that heavy just because of the option of the Stingray is going to be really, really handy on this map. I mean, we've constantly seen the meme before of Stingrays on Port Mackerel. But that being said, of course, you know, level 35 bosses looking really good. They're probably feeling really proud of themselves after that game 1. So hopefully, maybe they may be able to clinch this out in game 2. Bamboozler, what?
Bamboozler, no Stingray? Oh. This is interesting.
And is that a Squiffer? What?
We're seeing it all now today. Like we're seeing some really unlikely charges to be used in right now. But it seems like I mean, let's give it the benefit. I'd say let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Since the Bamboozler now, with the addition of main power up, can do 3-shot kills with just tapping, and you know it might be a thing where this person knows how to. Or Carranza actually knows how to wield it really well. And be able to actually take out its opponents with its power.
Ooh, that's going to be a bit of a tight spot right there. Alleyway, of course, and members of level 35 bosses trying to push up, but of course, you know, they're going to be forced to retreat. 2 members are actually down. Inkjet does go out by Sesquidalian. But yeah, they're still playing with a bit of a deficit right there. And now this is going to be Sesquidalian's chance to shine as they constantly are adding in a little bit of this aggression. Here comes the Stingray, and now Bup is just trying to see if he can snake around and try to see if he can actually get a pick for his team.
I'm just trying to decode the strategy here, because it does seem like level 35 bosses aren't running a Stingray, so in a way it kind of hurts them, but it could be a thing that they're just trying to figure out on how they can just counter it, since they do have the custom Hydra Splatling that also does come with armor, so they might be using the armor just to defend against Stingray, and then maybe using their other weapons to lead them to victory.
Yeah. No, correct me if I'm wrong, dude, but I do believe that being that variation of the Squiffer, I do believe, does come with the ink armor, and I think, what is that, Ink Mine? I don't really see.
Actually,
I don't see.
It's so uncommon. It's hard to remember.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Splatfest idea: Squiffer versus Bamboozler. Let's do a Nintendo. Anyways, Sebastian right now pulling up the rest of his backline right here as Nico Loco goes really deep, trying to take out Sneck and that Swiffer pick right there. But of course, the Rainmaker does get taken out in the process. Nico Loco does whip out the Inkjet and
trying to look at crushed by that Rainmaker right there.
Ooh, yeah, narrowly avoids that. Inkjet does finish, but of course they're still looking to push a little bit more on the aggressive or on the offensive side right here. Nico Loco does sneak in, trying to see if he can actually snake around 2 players. Gets 1 direct. Oh my goodness, the hype. Of course, that ending going to be a bit of the end of the push right there. Of course, 3 members of Sesquidalians are down, so Nico Loco trying to still go on the offensive. My goodness, he still takes out Sneck in the back line.
Oh, he's still going. Get a double, maybe a triple, but unlucky. Gets it. TNT shutting it down right there. Has the Stingray, but unfortunately gets taken out as well. Carranza only actually being the only one. Has the Bamboos. They're trying to get the pick on Pup. But it just seemed that the team... Well, it does seem like the Squidal. Words. Why is this team's name so hard to say? Sesquidalian is now back in control, and have picked up the Rainmaker right now. They don't have a Stingray to help them this push since TNT is actually holding the Rainmaker now, but they are doing some really good team play right here. You know, just making sure that all the lanes are safe and being very cautious about this. I'm trying to get a couple picks on the way. But it may be a little bit hard to... Right now, I mean, 25 seconds left. Mine coming back in with the flank, getting a double right now, and it's only the NZAP on level 35 bosses being the one that's up. Or actually, Sesquidalian. Sesquidalian.
Yeah.
Sesquidalian.
It seemed like they had a little bit of a... No, don't worry, I'm messing up the team name as well, and I apologize for that. But Sesquidalian seems like they had a little bit of a momentum there going into that, but of course, you know, anytime Mind has that Inkjet or like any of the specials in tow for level 35 bosses, they just go right in. Mind looking so good, takes out 2 members right there, looking super hype, and that's going to be the push that they need. They just don't even care about that Stingray, they just go in. Mind, gets taken out. Kranza as well, and that's going to be the end of the push, of course, in the spot lane. Stays in the back, trying to see if he can actually kind of paint up a little bit for the rest of his team, maybe providing some safe jumps, or, you know, trying to just take it easy. They do have the lead, so they don't really have anything to be worried about.
Yeah, at this point, they could probably charge up all their specials that they do have. I mean, it does seem they're actually just going straight in for the aggressive approach, as we have Kranza with the bamboo, getting a nice double right there. I just noticed actually he's not even running any main power up actually. So that's actually a really interesting pick. He seems like he's going with the more speedy route, but other than that, nice game from level 35 bosses, actually getting the 2-0 on Sesquidalian right there, and really nice play.
Yeah, you know what? Level 35 bosses, you know what? If they weren't looking, if they didn't have any momentum after that game or that round 2, they most certainly do now.